Not Blitz donated $2 and said do horse noise. So
he didn't want to pick it up invisibly.
there you go.
Scared.
Alright, so we just want a good block. Against a hero like DP, it's just really important that you get a good block off, because their range is really high. Any heroes that have good range on you and can spam cost-efficient nukes, like the DP nuke is really annoying. The thing that we have to worry about here is just getting to level 6 relatively safely. And if you don't die twice and give her phase boots immediately, you can kill her. So she's got a clarity. She's going to right-click me, it'll pull the creeps back a little. I'm going to remnant this. I'll get 2 creeps off the bat. See, she's just right-clicking me, and if I had a null right now, couldn't do much. She just keeps nuking me and right-clicking me. But I've almost got my bottle. Look at that, 667. It's just about recognizing the type of matchups you have. Against almost all melee heroes, you can probably get away with getting a null, because you can harass and right-click them and stuff like that. If I'm not going to go for a CS, then I don't want to be near the creeps. There's no reason to. I'm just going to suffer unnecessary right-clicks. But I got my bottle now. And it's okay to CS like this in the beginning, because we're going to push up the lane and eventually over a rune. And I think he's going to allow me to get this. No, he missed uphill twice. I would have had perfect CS
Put the
otherwise.
sentry down in the lane, and then I see when he's here.
See, I've got my bottle now, so the harass doesn't mean as much. Right. So at this point now, I think I'm going to wait to push out the lane with my remnant. And the reason I go for 2 and overload here is just for a little bit more damage. Juke that nuke. But he shouldn't have bottle for at least 2 minutes something. Alright, I had to nuke that there because I wasn't going to be able to get it otherwise. I wasn't in good position. Alright. If we look at the time now though, it's 150. So I'm going to attack this range creep twice. That's how much it's going to take. I'm going to hit this one and even them out. So when I cast my remnant on the ground here, I get both of them. And off of this as well, I'll get a free rune. Actually, the bounty hunter got the regen, but I think we make our way bottom for this rune. And I've got enough money for my boots as well, so I'll pick those up in case anything happens.
He's lurking mid.
And I know the bounty hunter's mid as well, so I just have to be a little bit careful of that. I see Axe over there, but it's okay. Even if I miss out on a few CS here, I think I'll miss out on 2. I think missing out on 2 CS for a bunch of creeps is okay.
He's here.
It's alright. So he's probably gonna try to deny click one of his creeps. But I think if I just do this, I right click him here once, I cast my nuke, I right click him again, I'll get all 3 CS and I'll get some harass off on him. And the bounty hunter, it looks like he went back top because he saw there was no opportunity mid. I'm gonna force up this wave again. Just want to do a perfunctory check on him. I see he has a full bottle. I'll probably bring my own bottle over now.
Yeah, we can.
It's worth it to bottle crow now. There's just too much time. Give him some right clicks. And hopefully somebody crows it here. Can somebody crow it? And I'm actually going to finish my null talisman instead of my wand. I think wand is too big of an investment. Whereas for null I get relatively cheap damage. And I like it a lot as an item in general. I should get a creep off of the overload proc tick too. Overload has like a really weird small AoE. So it allows you to get random CS that you wouldn't think possible half the time. So in case this uphill creep misses, I won't hit it again. But it doesn't, so it's okay. I think this is the timing for that one. And I'm getting quite low, but he doesn't have enough mana for a nuke. The bounty hunter could potentially come right now. It looks like orange is rotating for bottom rune, and blue is rotating for top. So I have to bottle crow again. And the reason for this is because if I go for bottom rune and I don't get it, then I've just wasted so much time. It's better to just go for the safe bottle crow.
Yeah.
So I bottle crow one more time. It's kind of closest to the base, so it's okay. Ideally, I would like as much as... If you notice, the way that I've done it so far is that I almost have full mana and full HP, so by the time that I want to kill this guy mid, I'll have pretty much everything that I need to do so. I don't want to take any nuke damage right now, and he could nuke me. For CS right now, it'd be worth it for him. I'm actually going to reuse the chick really quickly. I don't want to use any nukes though, because I want to stay as close to full mana as possible, so that I can immediately get burst damage on him without him being able to respond. Let's just check his inventory really quick to see if he has a wand. that actually does make a difference. If he has like 6 wand charges, it completely changes the type of.
on top, so you want to be careful mid.
Alright, so we're gonna right click him once, click him again like this, get past him, zip past him again, pull once while remnanting, and we get a free kill. And the key there is just to do short steps while getting every single overload tick off. And so now that the DP's dead, I want her to miss as much CS as I can. And the other thing too is that if she's a type of ganking hero, if I force the lane up like this, she's forced to TP mid and not gank top or bottom. And so even forcing somebody to TP mid for experience like this is a really big deal. It has like these little implications that you wouldn't really think of. And she is going to come back mid. And I don't have enough mana to kill her, but if I get the next rune I should be able to. And so what we're going to do here is, it's 546 right now, I'm going to push out, I'm going to hit the range creep here. And so by the time I remnant in the middle, it'll get both the range and the melee here. She's going to nuke this one more time. The axe could potentially be going for bottom rune, so we want to be careful of that. Just keep a close eye. Even if axe takes this rune, or doesn't take this rune, I think I might still go back. Yeah, it's just not good to hard commit for runes like that. So people that have been watching my stream might wonder when I go for Orchid versus when I go for Treads here. I think that I go for Treads if it's a really easily killable matchup, especially something like this, and then I'll go for the Orchid. So let's pick up TP. Almost always should have enough money for TP when you go back to base. Just bottle up as much as you can. And we want to go on him immediately again. So DP has popped her ghost. We don't know where the Earthshaker is though, and until Earthshaker shows himself, it's a little bit dangerous to go on this mid. So she's going to fire off one nuke. She does have a DD rune, but not a lot of mana. So maybe if we just outplay her a little bit and do some shenanigans, we can kill her. Just hit every single overload charge there, and that's a free kill. And this is kind of the strength of Storm against weak mid heroes like DP, is that she really needs to win her lane definitively to be able to do anything. So now the question for me here is, do I finish my... do I go for the second row with the Magi, or do I finish my first Oblivion Staff? And I think the answer here is to finish the first Oblivion Staff, if I'm this far ahead. But if you're a little bit behind and you need a little bit more mana to get a kill, I think you go for the second Oblivion Staff. We'll deny this catapult, because we're not ready to push this tower. She's about to survive right now. So we'll go for the third level of pull now, and then from here on out, you're just going to focus on maxing out your remnant after the third level of pull. So the first thing we know is that we can kill her from about 500 mana, and so I do a lot of damage right now. If she's going to nuke this wave one more time, her attack animation is going to be in the air and she's going to be committed. She's going to nuke right now. We're going to attack her. Remnant, pull, hit, pull. A little bit of mana. And we just expend like that, and that's a free kill. And the important thing is that when you cast, the reason how I knew is that she was going to cast that is because she had attacked the range creep once, signifying that she was trying to even out the creep wave to be able to nuke it to get 2 of them at least. But I was able, if she's hard committed to her animation like that, it's a pretty free kill. Alright, so we see the Earthshaker mid, right? And the axe is probably jungling. It's 9 minutes in right now, so he could potentially have his Blink Dagger. I think the best option here is to go and gank the axe actually, and maybe slow down his Blink Dagger. I see orange player right here, so the axe is bottom. He actually went for a stick, so maybe his blink is going to come quite late. And at this point, it's just about keeping track of where all the heroes are on the map. We know that Earthshaker is going to be bottom as well. If the Death Prophet comes mid now, we'll get a free kill because the Earthshaker's bottom. The decision I have to make now is whether or not I go to help bottom, and a lot of it is just going to depend on how likely it is that we can get a kill here. I'm coming bot if you want to ravage.
Bounty back so you could be in another lane.
Okay, so maybe this is a bad idea, but I invis and he doesn't know that. So how do we do this? Oh, this guy actually has no mana, so I'm gonna actually kill him in front of his entire team. And we're gonna do short little rolls, and we're not gonna use too much mana to get away, just because there's no need to. We check his stick. I think it's 7 charges, so maybe he's not the ideal target to go for here. But as long as the Earthshaker's not there now, I can actually fight the axe. And I think the axe might be here. The Death Prophet might have rotated too. Yeah, he's right there. But it looks like I shouldn't hard commit for this too much. But it's just about checking mana and stuff like that once in a while. And he's gonna call right there, but he's too far away. And he actually realizes that and stops it. So the key here is that I roll past this when he calls. And even if the Spectre commits to me at this point, I should be fine. Yeah, we're able to loot there too. And I think because of Bounty's relative positioning as well, there's no way he could have gone for the top rune as well. So we just bottle up. And if we get this top rune right here, yep. See? If the Bounty was like here, when he reappeared on the map, I probably would have just not even gone for this top rune. But if the likelihood is high, then we do go for it. But the problem now is that a lot of people would stay on the map and pop the DD rune preemptively. But I actually think the better thing to do is go to jungle, and because I only have half mana, and I don't want to have an empty bottle after I get a kill. So I think it's just better overall if we farm the jungle a little bit, apply some pressure by staying off the map, and simply farm a little bit more. And when I pop my DD, I want to have as close to full as possible so that I can stay on the map as long as I want to. And it's just a really important concept, is being able to stay on the map as long as possible as Storm. And because I'm farming the jungle like this right now, they can't really counter gank me. It keeps you off the map, and we almost finish full item. The advantage of Storm right now too is that he is so far behind at top that they just have to stick together as a group, and that allows me to just stay off the map and farm. And while I'm farming, they're a 5-man grouping, and when they 5-man group like that, there's two ways to play. Either you engage it, or you just run away. So I think that there's 2 heroes top, and I saw the DP rotate there as well, so maybe we're not too afraid. This is the target though. I see the Earthshaker right here. Yeah, I see 3 heroes top. I see this guy though, he's too low to kind of help. But maybe if I wait right here, and when he goes for this next creep, we're going to roll in from as close as possible, on top of him, go for the pull, Remnant hit, dead. And with that, look how much mana I had expended for a kill. Only about 500, and if we pop our bottle charges too, I think it's about full mana again, so... Alright, so Earthshaker's mid, and I want to just now create fear for them. And the only way that they can kill me is... And this is a really important concept for Storm, or any hero in general that you play that's mobile, is you have to figure out what combination of things will kill you. For example, for me this game, is if the Earthshaker stuns me, and I get called in a big creep wave, and 1 or 2 nukes hits me. So as long as I avoid that, I should be okay, right? And the way to avoid that properly is to come into fights a little bit later than you normally would. So I've got full mana now, even without this regen. They popped the DP ult though, so they're definitely going to try to fight this. There's a Blink Dagger on Axe. It's important to check items once in a while. Oh. And this guy's here, so maybe we don't go for it at top. It's a little bit too risky. I saw the DP TP out though, and we don't know where the Earthshaker is, so maybe we just farm here a little bit. They can't have come up from here, so you're okay just farming a little bit like this. And in 40 seconds, the chick respawns as well, so we can go for some towers and stuff like that. This is my level 13, so this is the combinations of heroes. I see the Earthshaker there. It's when the Axe respawns, there's a really good chance that he'll appear as well. So what I'm going to do actually is circumvent this and go for the bottom lane. I'll pop my regen, so I have absolute full mana. Zip from here. We pull, we hit. 1 more hit should do it. And our regen is still standing. Because they assumed that I would be in this mid lane. But by TPing to the tier 2, I just create a little bit more chaos. Now, it's important to keep track of the Earthshaker. We know he's about there, so diving the tower is a little bit scary. The courier's about to come in. Oh, somebody subbed.
So, careful with that.
Alright. So we're going to farm out their jungle. And if you notice the timing too, the rune's about to spawn as well. So even if you had used all of your mana, you would get the next rune. And I'll expend a little bit more of my mana, just so that I have as close to full as possible. And the bounty rune was used top. So the real rune's at bottom. There's still 2 heroes top. Notice how they have to clump together now, just to be able to defend themselves. And that opens up the rest of the map for me to farm. And the reason why I farm out my jungle is to give my carries and my team a little bit of farm. Like if somebody wants to farm our jungle, they can. And it allows me to put pressure on the safe lane, which is a really underrated thing in general. So we see bounty right here. We want to create a little bit of space for him. We start Earthshaker here and Axe here, and we're only going to go in if we can counter initiate. The Spectre we just briefly saw bottom. Let's check for TPs really quickly. We see no TPs on their team. So I think the Spectre could be farming this. I'm going to pop my Remnant. I actually farm both of these camps, so there's nothing really for him to farm. The Bounty Hunter's still at bottom. We see 4 heroes mid right now. I could foresee this guy going here. Yep. And we're not even going to use our jumps at this point, because we want to just save as much mana as we can to continue the fight. So that's a free kill on the Spectre. The good thing is that Remnant has flying vision, so it's just easy to see. I had noticed that he couldn't gank the jungle, and it looked like he wasn't going for mid either. Gank the jungle, that sounded weird. So it's just a free kill right there if you go for it. I see teal player walking right there. The bounty hunter might come up as well, so maybe we just create a little bit of separation. And I'm just continuing to farm. If they rotate over here like that, you just rotate back. So we pop the Remnant here. I mean, there's only two places that Spectre could be, right? It's either behind the tower, or he's just milling by the tower for the creep wave to push up. And a lot of people are confused what to do when, with Storm when people group up like this. But look what I'm doing right now. I'm farming. How often have I gone to bottom lane to farm? Almost never. But look at how much farm I still have. It's like, it's really, really high still. And bounty, I mean, look at how grouped up they have to stay like this entire time. So bounty hunter is actually right here. He's gonna get hit by that. I'll go for bottom rune. And we'll pick up some more items here. Maybe we'll pick up a dust actually, and sell this TP. Yeah. But something we do have to worry about is if the bounty hunter saw me, maybe they rotate over. And remember, I have to keep an eye on the axe and the Earthshaker. And I see the bounty here in middle, and I see the DP here and the Earthshaker here, and they're just so afraid right now. So I just continue to farm out their jungle. And the good thing about this as well is that if I continuously farm out their jungle, it creates pressure on this bottom lane. Like, I don't even have to farm that lane. Just by virtue of staying off the map, it creates pressure on this Spectre to not farm. So I don't want this TP right now. And there's 4 heroes mid at the moment. Maybe I just show fake me and see what happens. If I show fake me, will they overcommit for this? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a Remnant here. So if the bounty hunter goes invis here, I think he's going to call this, yeah. No fissure though. If a fissure actually went out, I would have followed up on that. But the Spectre is still missing, but we've created like an area where they essentially can't walk up. So we're just going to keep farming the jungle out. Being a little bit inefficient here, but if they did smoke up here, yeah, we don't. Okay, the Earthshaker's still mid, and they're essentially just kind of constantly stuck in their base. The reason why you don't farm bot though, and the jungle, is because if I show myself bottom, then it allows the Spectre to farm out a lot more than he would. I actually think the Spectre's on our side of the jungle now. Okay, so we're gonna go zip in past. We're gonna get 1 kill right here off the bat. We're gonna pull this guy, hit him once, keep track of the rest of the fight. You see the axe right here as well, and that's you guys own. The next rune is up. Look how little the Spectre has now, just because of the amount of times that every time you try to go bottom, he wasn't able to do anything. I think a lot of people when they play against hard carries like Spectre, they think Spectre's a lot tankier than he is, and so they have this false assumption that they can't kill the hard carry. But you should definitely try to get pressure the hard carry as much as you possibly can. Like, what is a level 7 Spectre with 0 items gonna do, right? Even if he has a relic at that point, that's not a defensive item. It's a free kill for me. That's what it is. So we see that that guy has nothing. We almost have our... And see, I've just continuously stayed off the map, but I've almost got a 20-minute... what is that item called? 20-minute thingies. Thingamabobbers. So I'm gonna get as close as possible, zip in, hit him, Remnant pull, and he's dead. And we've almost got our Bloodstone too. And we've done it all while not even laning, which is the important part, is that I want you guys to focus on, is that I didn't have to lane to do this. Way too many people overrate lane focus as farm, but against good players, what you're going to find typically is that they take advantage of the information that you give up on the map. So we'll just farm. Even Mud Golems at this point aren't too scary. So it's 19 minutes in, we finished our Bloodstone. I should have a TP at this point, but it's not too important because we're far ahead. We see Spectre at top. If I had a TP right now, I could go and kill him. I don't know where Bounty Hunter is. I actually saw DP right here. I think she's going to end up about here, and we're going to bottle once while doing this. And we'll drop the Remnant on the ground. She should definitely be dead here. I'll take the tower too. I actually misunderestimated her move speed, because I didn't know she had the Yules. If I had known she had the Yules, I would have zipped a little bit further. So that was just a really bad misplay on my part. Because we do rely on the damage from the roll to be able to get insta-kills. And remember also that you can cast Orchid while you're rolling through the air. So it's really important if you land right on top of them, you get the best opportunity to get kills, just because of the extra damage. But that was a really bad combo by me in general. And that's kind of what you want to avoid, is that you want to be able to kind of guess where people will end up, so you get the maximum amount of your damage. A lot of people just roll in for max,
Spectre probably TP'd.
and they don't really take
That's
advantage of
right,
the
never
damage
mind.
of Storm's ultimate. And Storm's ulti damage is actually quite high, so it's just silly not to. I see Earthshaker right there. Axe misses his call, so I think the move here is to go on this Earthshaker, kill him immediately.
I'll catch
I'm
the
not
axe.
using any mana there, if you notice. I'm just gonna walk away. I'm not too afraid right now of what's gonna happen. I can't imagine they have enough damage to kill me. Axe can blink there though, so we're gonna roll out
Nice.
because we know that the Axe is still alive. But we're gonna farm out the jungle a little bit more, and it's just about keeping a little bit of track of the map. You see though, if you watch this replay or you watch the game, you can really easily replicate what I'm doing. And for people that say, well, this wouldn't work at a higher level, well, I do this at 7K. I play the exact same way, and I win a lot of games with it. So I feel like my style of Storm though is really easy to play against, or not play against, but play as. So if you're kind of hoping to replicate it and you're a little bit nervous about it, it's really easy to do. Don't have to worry so much. Alright, so we see the Earthshaker. And remember, look what I did. I didn't go to a lane. I immediately went to the jungle, and I'm farming out the jungle instead. But I see this Earthshaker moving over here. Maybe the bounty hunter's right here. And we keep rolling to make it difficult for him. And I'm gonna zip right here before he can call. And he actually did get the call off on me right now. Maybe I do have to suicide right now. No, I can just zip, zip, zip. Yeah, I think I just ultra zip now. Use up all my mana. And that was a little bit too obvious, because the Earthshaker pretended, he fainted like I wasn't there, and then he started moving forward, so it's kind of obvious that the bounty hunter's there at that point.
Was that a smoke?
It's
I
a
didn't
free
see
kill.
them on the wards at all.
Yeah, they just decided to try to set up a kill like that on me. If I had misplayed a little bit on the call, because you can actually call during the zip, and it'll stop you a little bit. So we have to be a little bit more careful about that next time, about being just a tad faster. But that was 5 heroes and they couldn't kill me, so that emboldens me to be able to do a little bit more.
Are we ever
That
gonna
guy has
use our
1100
Ravage or
health.
something? 'Cause holy shit.
You can just push mid right now.
He goes back now.
Okay, that's
Oh.
good use of Ravage.
The Ravage was excellently used. Alright, so Fissure was used, okay? This guy's gonna get blink called any second, probably. Oh, Earthshaker's just straight up dead. Alright. Don't use our Orchid here because we know that he used all of his abilities. We're saving our haste until the last possible second. We're gonna wait, heal up a little with our bottle, and then we want to re-engage here in a second. I see the axe is quite low. I'll just kill him really quickly. I'll kill this guy really fast too. Zip to dodge the silence. And we're not using our mana, right? Because we have a haste rune, and it's just silly too. But I am a little bit afraid of the DP ult,
Not bad.
because it's still a DP, no matter what. But we're gonna Remnant for Flying Vision here, and just do little mana, little baby rolls to be able to pick him off. And his ult is actually over, and I kind of want to go for a Rampage here, so maybe I do some trickery, try to go for a kill. I think the Remnant kills him on the way down. Yeah. And if I go for a zip here and then just TP out, he can't kill me. Yeah.
Wow, that actually would have been worth it for Spectre.
And it's just about, the biggest thing there is that you're not just using rolls to use rolls, it's that you have to continue, you know that you're going to continue to fight, and that you know that you're going to continue to go for kills. And that's the problem with a lot of Storms, is that they just assume like, oh well, I'll just expend all my mana for whatever. And then when they need to re-engage and stuff like that, they absolutely can't. I think rolling on top about here will be the right decision though. That does about everybody's health, about half. And we just go for the next target. Oh, I actually messed up a little.
Sorry.
Yeah, I misplayed that really badly. I misestimated where they'd be. I didn't take into account the track speed. This was a little bit too slow on my part. It's just a misplace. So we're gonna kill this mud golem here. Oh, that guy actually just straight up abandoned. That's about it though. It's pretty much how do you play Storm. They had some pretty good counters. They had a silence, but the things that are really gonna bother you are instant initiations. But as long as you keep track of where all heroes are on the map, it's not too bad. Like, even when I play against heroes like Doom nowadays, I don't get too flustered because I have to think about it like this. What is Doom really bad against, right? He's gonna doom somebody. It's gonna do a lot of damage. It's gonna annoy the shit out of you, so... Oh, I need 117 gold. I actually recently started doing that, where I put the item in my click slot so I can see how much gold I need to farm on top of that, and it's really helpful. Alright, so that's pretty much the rough storm tutorial. I made some misplays here and there. I misguesstimated where the ult was going to be because I didn't account for the or the move speed fast enough. And maybe if I had done that, I could have done a little bit better. And I put myself in a bit more risky situations than I should have. Or at least that's what it looks like, but you're okay as long as you keep calm or shit like that. Yeah, I hope that was helpful for somebody though, and if you need to watch that, hopefully it didn't get muted and stuff like that. That was pretty fun though. I enjoyed it. I did enjoy doing commentary like that. It's pretty good sometimes. I think I'm gonna do a little bit more tutorial stuff though, with maybe a few other heroes that I feel comfortable with in the future. But I mean, I just like Storm as a hero, so it's just a good hero to watch. I think a lot of people too, when they give commentary, is that they don't give it thorough enough. Like they don't really teach you why they do things. They just kind of commentate while they do it. And I think it's important that you realize what my thought process is the entire time when it comes to why I'm doing something at all times, like not just for here and there. I think it's a lot better if you get a good idea of what I'm doing from start to finish. I mean, I have a lot of viewers right now, and some people have donated, so people clearly like this type of style. Oh, somebody else subscribed, by the way. Oma Mori Himari. Thank you so much. That's the noise you get. That's the noise you get. So yeah. Maybe people... I actually... You know, the main reason I don't do more educational content is because I feel... Well, I was under the wrong assumption that people wouldn't really care too much, and they'd prefer if I just clowned around. But it seems like people really like it, so maybe this is a good sign, and I should start playing like this a little bit more in my pub games. So yeah, but I do think I will stream a little bit more, stuff like that. Yeah, a lot of people subscribed today. It was nice. I had my own little sub train. I had a mini sub train, guys. I won. Thanks everybody too that donated, stuff like that. It's really nice. Pays for the bills. Oh, my back hurts now though, and I think I'm done playing. But I'm gonna continue to try to stream and stuff like that. So, thanks everybody for watching. I know if you just got here and stuff like that, you're gonna be disappointed. And if you really like the educational stuff, I am more than willing to do it because it seems like people really liked it. Oh, thank you for subbing, Kendo Gaming. There you go. There's your noise. Oh, it's so nice. Oh, Spiky C donated $5 and said, Blitz, this was an amazing stream. Please upload the VOD to YouTube. Thank you, dude. I will try to do that if I can. Alright. But, I think I'm done for now. If you do want to donate or sub, there are links at the bottom. They do help me. I'm not a money-grubbing whore. Most of my money just goes to rent and food and stuff like that. So it's going to a good cause. Plus I want to try to buy a new computer at some point. But, yeah. Thank you for watching. It's 2 PM right now for me, and I've been streaming for quite a while. I will definitely try to stream tomorrow, though, and do the same thing. So I'll try to wake up at a reasonable time and help you guys out. And I think I might do it